I'm the husband to this beautiful melanin woman.
I know.
Transfer my credits
to
Africa International University.
Oh.
I went there and I think it was the first week. I see this beautiful dark-skinned lady with braids just pass by and I was like, wow, she's so beautiful. So long story
short. And you are in Bible school.
Yeah. I'm in Bible school.
So any lady you see is born again. In fact. Wow.
I think it's easy because they see you as this holy.
Okay, Elisha used to look like a holier than thou guy.
He doesn't now?
He still does.
I lived with him for 7 years. When did you start seeing him in that aspect?
When he asked me out, that's when I started seeing him in that aspect.
How do Christian men ask a woman out?
Thus says the Lord.
Hi there and welcome back. This is the Rawder Kidula Show. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for being part of this community. We believe in marriage. We believe in family. When we are doing it God's way, it works. My name is Rawder Kidula Show. Still married for 5 years. I song. But moving on very well. And before we start the conversation, just to appreciate JK Studios who record this show. Thank you for the amazing work. And if you need any photography or videography for any event, any occasion, please contact JK Studios. Now I'm excited about today's conversation because we have a young couple and it's a pastor together with his wife. And you guys are looking beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes, you look beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Please introduce yourself to us.
Well, you want to go first or?
Yeah, hi guys. I am Dorcas Mave Kababu. I am a mother of 2. Stella, who is 5.5, and Cindy Aruka, who is turning 3 in April. Yes, and I am from DRC Congo.
Oh, yes. Imagine that is new information.
Oh, really? Very new.
Very new for me.
Okay.
And you are a wife?
Yes, I am a wife. Sorry, I'm a wife to this amazing guy here. We are going to be 7 years in November this year.
Oh, so you're 6.
Yeah, so we're 6 and some months. I don't know how many months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so I'm Elisha Kababu. I'm the husband to this beautiful melanin woman.
I know.
She's from DRC, as she said, and I'm a pastor currently volunteering with the Christ is the Answer Ministry.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
I just want us to start off with how you two met. You were in Congo.
Oh, that's a good story. By the way.
He came looking for gold in Congo. No, I'm joking.
So
You are the gold.
I was in Park University, and then I just felt I needed to transfer my credits to Africa International University.
Oh.
I went there and I think it was the first week. I see this beautiful dark-skinned lady with braids just pass by and I was like, wow. She's so beautiful. So long story
And you
short.
are in Bible school.
Yeah.
I'm in Bible school.
So any lady you see is born again. In fact.
Wow.
Yeah, so a few months later, I was voted in as the worship leader, and then she was voted in as the secretary. So now there was a bit of proximity, so I would set up meetings that were not even there. I say, I need to meet the secretary. We need to discuss something that's very critical.
But you just wanted to see
No,
her.
I just wanted to take coffee with her.
Oh.
Yeah, long story short, I asked her out and It's been 6 years.
Is it that easy in Bible school?
I think it's easy because they see you as this holy.
Okay, Elisha used to look like a holier than thou guy.
He doesn't now?
He still does.
I lived with him for 7 years.
Thank you for that aspect. But then he used to dress so well. He was very composed. You know, one of those composed guys in the campus. And then I used to be loud. I was loud. Yeah, I used to be loud. So he would always pass and he's just quiet. He greets you. So even to me, I wasn't seeing anything coming out of his friendship.
Ooh, you had not seen him
in that aspect.
Ooh.
Yeah, but he was a really good friend.
When did you start seeing him in that aspect?
When he asked me out, that's when I started seeing him in that aspect.
How do Christian men ask a woman out?
That says the Lord. I don't know. I mean, I think it's different for different people.
Yeah.
For me, I knew for sure that I wanted to get married to her. The first time I just saw her, I knew, hey, there is potential here.
Potential.
Yeah. So I mean, I told her straightforward. I didn't tell her I want you to be my girlfriend.
No,
I told her I actually want to get married to you.
Yeah. By next year, you say yes. Now we start the plans.
Because we already built friendship. So we've been friends for like 2 years.
2 years, yes.
So I mean, all the qualities. But even before the 2 years lapsed, I already knew that this is my wife.
She's the one.
She is the one. Yeah.
Kwanza, we are still in Congo. How did we land here?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
you left us in Congo.
So yeah, it was sometime years back, around 2008. That's when we came to Kenya with my parents. So my dad had come to AIU, which was next back then, to come and study. So we joined him. I am a firstborn of a family of 7.
Ooh.
So I have 3 sisters and 3 brothers, and I'm the first one.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we lived in Next.
Yes.
And I joined school there, university. After I finished high school, I joined university there.
You just wanted to do pastoral?
No, I'm not in the pastoral department. I thought
AIU is just for pastors.
No, I was in the entrepreneurship.
Oh, actually,
no,
all pastors go to AIU.
No, I never wanted to be a pastor, and I even never wanted to be married by a pastor.
So I've heard this story so many
times. For me, I was into entrepreneurship, and he was in the BTH side, the Bible side.
Yes.
But now we always met in the worship team because I loved serving, and so that is the common ground where we used to meet. And then we shared some common, those university courses, they call so we shared some. So that's how he came to find me in AIU after he came.
Are you Congolese?
Yes.
How is that culture-wise? Which part of Kenya are you from?
I'm a mixture of Giriama and Kamba.
Oh.
My mom is Giriama, my dad is Kamba.
Okay.
Yes.
So how is that working out for you?
I love it.
Culture-wise, there's no challenge.
Historically, they say Kambas came from Congo.
Oh.
So I think one way or another, God just planned everything out. Yeah. So I haven't found anything that's extra. I think I love what I have. And then we have a very good relationship with the father and mother. Extremely good relationship. So I think that has made me overlook a lot of cultural differences because they already received me as their son and I love it.
What about you?
I struggled initially with cooking because now cooking we have a difference in how we cook. Kenyans cook.
How?
Yes, the how. So I remember I would always cook beans. We love a lot of oil in Congo, so my beans will be swimming in oil, and used to get annoyed. He's like, but why are you using a lot of oil in food? And I'll reduce, Rodah. I'll honestly reduce the next time. But he'll come and find and say, you're not listening. It's still too much oil. Until, I don't know how we've managed it. Right now, he can handle the oil and I can handle the beans with soup. So
he's the soup.
He's the soup guy. I'm the soup guy.
We've balanced it out right now. And also the aspect of greeting. Congolese, we greet the older ones, but then in their culture, I found that dad has to greet, or the older person greets you first, then you respond.
Then you respond.
But for us, if I am passing and you are older than me, I haven't said bonjour, I'll greet you first. But now for them, you have to wait for the older. So I used to greet dad like, I'll find you in the sitting room, maybe we've gone to visit and he's passing, I'll stand and greet, and then I realize, I was supposed to wait.
Those are good challenges.
But it's okay. They didn't receive it in a bad way. I was never like rebuked, say don't do that and stuff. Dad will just respond back like nothing happened. So I've blended in well.
So you didn't want to get married to a pastor?
No.
Yeah, what happened?
My dad was a pastor. He's still a pastor. My mom is a pastor. We suffered. There was no money.
Wait.
There's just something with pastors and not having money in those times.
Those days, pastors and poverty was synonymous. They were same WhatsApp group.
Yeah, so you're thinking about that thing and you're like, ayapana, mistaki. I don't want my kids to go through life.
Yeah.
And they've
But
given
you
up
guys
themselves.
don't look like you're suffering.
No, we are not suffering.
We are not suffering.
The Lord has covered
The Lord has come through for us.
So that notion of pastors and poverty is not
I don't think
always true.
It's not always true.
In the aspect that, back then I would see my mom and dad giving so much into ministry. Be there for everybody, be there to people, give. But what they're getting back was hurtful. You'll even find how people will talk to them. And we are 7. So you'll find how people are talking to them. Sometimes they're not seeing the sacrifices and everything. And I was like, I don't think I am built up to carry all this. Me, I'm the kind that back then I would feel like I can just punch you all. Don't annoy me. I've done this for you and I'm the first one. So I have to be protective of my siblings. So you're thinking, I don't want to be in a place whereby I've prayed for somebody, walked through with someone, and then they never see it. We are always, my parents will always be hurt. They'll do this. So I was like, Lord, spare me.
He has.
He has. Indeed.
He spared me, but he gave me a pastor.
He gave you a pastor.
But he spared me that aspect.
Okay. These 7 years in marriage, what has shocked you about marriage?
It's not what is in the script. There is a lot. For example, what we learned in premarital counseling. And
you've said that loudly.
And by the way, I remember we were doing I was in school of ministry. we were doing a course, and I love what the illustration that the lecturer gave. They said marriage is like a glass cage with 2 birds inside. The birds outside think that, hey, the birds inside, because they are flying, flying, they're flapping their wings. So every other bird outside thinks like, hey, the cage is the place to be. So everybody is longing to be in the cage, not knowing that marriage is actually work. It does not work if you don't make it work. There is a lot of challenges that come with marriages and responsibilities. And it's a beautiful thing because it's an institution that God ordained. But then you have to put in work. It's not a hearty and they lived happily ever after. No.
They say bye after the wedding.
No, there's a lot. There's a lot that goes on. That needs, there's a lot of input. There's the issue of bearing with one another's weaknesses, because you are coming as he's a firstborn, I'm a lastborn. So that was a big challenge for me when I came. As we are 3. When I'm the lastborn. So she came.
Or 7.
So she came with all this. I kind of felt like she wanted to murder me for lack of a better word. I'm the husband, And I remember I kept on telling her, you don't know that I'm older than you. Don't you know that I'm older than you? Because I kind of felt like she thought I'm one of her younger siblings.
Brothers. And the brothers in our family are the last ones.
So I mean, eventually I learned that is her. She's been a firstborn of 7. She has had to be always there for the siblings. And I was the lastborn, everything is done for me. I mean, accepting. It's not true. It's not true.
Even though you've answered, you're not convincing us.
Well, a lot is done for last
A
born.
lot of things are done for last born.
They get away with so much.
Yeah.
So you have to bear with one another.
Yeah.
There's no perfect marriage. There's no ideal. This is the benchmark of all marriages. Don't try to make your marriage work like the one you see on social media. Because we follow people online, but we don't know what happens behind the doors.
we don't know.
Because everybody is putting on the best foot, you know. But there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So for me, I'll say marriage is awesome, especially if you marry somebody you love.
Yeah.
But marriage has challenges,
Yeah,
and
and
you
work.
have to be willing to work. To work, yeah.
Were you told that before marriage?
I think it might have been said, but you don't care. The love, the love is
Just can
too
we
deep.
get done?
You kind of feel like
say that
they.
is you.
Yeah, for me, it's
exactly.
going to be different. You don't know how much I love this guy.
That's the thing. Yeah.
What about you? What expectation, shock did you have?
Well, one, I cried after our wedding that same day going back home. I was like, I'm leaving my
Don't
mom.
even remind me that thing.
Wait, after the wedding.
She wanted to go back home after 1 week to see the parents.
Yes, I'm like, I miss my mom, I miss my dad. I want my
Okay.
siblings.
Why was she missing her mother and you were there?
No, let me answer on his behalf. You see, personally, I'd never left home. So all my life, I've always been with them.
You were married from
The house. Even when I was in school, I was still staying home. And then our house was always full. So my parents, with their personality, they always welcomed in other people. So we will always have their weekends. In our house only we'll have like 17 girls. My dad was so open to everybody.
What are they doing? Visiting? Or
Yes,
Visiting.
the international students from AIU. They would come, would always go home on Fridays, would stay over and just go back to school. So I was used to so many people around.
Yes.
And now it's like I felt like I've been removed from the crowd to stay with this guy who's an introvert.
Is he?
Very. And he
I
reads.
think, yeah.
He was
I am.
that time.
He reads.
To some extent.
He was reading Rhoda. He's reading books, and I am there. I don't
A
have
week
anything.
after wedding.
Yeah.
He's like we've woken up, we've taken breakfast.
Yeah.
He needs his time. You know, he wants time.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, what do you want time for?
Space.
I need my space.
And I'm thinking, what am I
after
what
the
am I
wedding.
going to do the
that's-
whole day?
Day.
What's happened? And the silence was tormenting.
Music.
It's not
movies.
helping. I want to shout. I want to hear people shouting.
Oh.
I want to shout at somebody. You know, don't do that. Put that here. I was used to all those things. So now I'm here. I'm just there sitting, and this guy is not talking so much.
Yeah.
We just talk a little bit, and we are done. Now I have a whole day to think about what to do. So I was really bored in that aspect. I don't want to disturb him, and I also don't want to, because I just told me I'm going home. I took my bag. I'm like, I'm going home.
A week after.
A week after.
Yeah, then he's he wasn't kind. He looked at
kind?
no,
I
he
wasn't.
looked at me and said, "Okay, go."
Because honestly, how would you tell me that you're going home after 1 week?
You didn't
I took it as an insult. I took it as an insult. I was
Like I'm not enough.
honestly,
yeah.
like you want
And
to go.
I reached the door and I started asking myself, where am I going to? I just went back.
You went back.
Yeah.
Were you welcomed back with a smile?
I didn't even step outside.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just at the door. I just went back. Which smile? I was angry. Everybody was angry.
People you should have rewatched your wedding video at that. It is at that point where you rewatch your wedding
Yeah,
video.
to check where.
that's
You don't want to see those
Yeah.
things. You're angry.
Huh?
Yeah. It wasn't fun. I was like,
Yeah,
this
and
guy
then
was
we didn't get intimate for a whole week.
right.
But
We
it's no,
didn't.
it's not
didn't get-
automatic.
We didn't. It's
She
not
was a virgin.
automatic.
Oh.
So it was
I
difficult.
was scared. It was
The whole week.
yes.
Bring home
I
before.
see many
Yeah.
She made me suffer for a whole week.
You are willing to give up.
I was like, first of all, this house is so silent.
Yeah.
Secondly, this thing is
not
painful.
working.
It's not working.
Oh.
I need a relief from this situation. Do you know we had to call the counselor
We had to,
from our PMCC at night and say this thing is not working.
So actually, people need to know. Many men, especially, expect it to happen
the same night.
The same night.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we are looking forward.
Many people actually it doesn't. I came to realize
it does not.
For me, others have just gone even to Hawaii and came
all
back.
the way.
Thank God we never traveled anywhere. It would have been a waste of resources. We would have been more angry.
Traveling is to relax.
You can't relax, Rodah. Which relaxing?
There is no relaxing.
An angry man. Which relaxing are you relaxing?
So why were you mad?
I was mad.
Because he's waited all that time.
Because the whole week, I mean, she's saying it's painful. I don't know what for a whole week. So I'm like, by the way, this is just like my sister. So if this thing she's saying she wants to go home, let her just go home. Because you're going to see
It's not working Oh no. So even when it's not working, you give it time. You don't give up,
you
right?
give it time.
You know that people will say,
because it's finally
this is
happened.
wrong.
Yes.
I made a mistake.
Yes.
Yeah, you have 2 children now.
It's proof, right?
It happened finally.
Yeah, finally it happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So expectations of honeymoon and marriage, because others are told you wait for marriage. In marriage, you'll be having it breakfast, lunch.
For where?
Not
You
true.
don't get tired.
Well, I think the first few months, that's what happens. Morning,
After.
lunch,
After
evening, mid.
Pray.
So God will give you the
answer and the
answer
direction.
and the eyes to see between potential and laziness.
Oh, yes.
Because we also have very irresponsible men.
Very.
Very irresponsible men, and girls are just there, I have to support him.
No, you can't support a lazy
Even
person.
Sonko says the wife support him.
And you sleep the whole day.
And he's sleeping the whole day.
Yes.
Wow.
You are supporting
Yeah.
your partner.
So these 7 years, what has been your most challenging season?
Actually, we are turning 7 in November.
Oh, yeah.
November.
6.
So I think one of the major things that we've gone through is her postpartum depression. That has been one of the major things because there's a lot. It actually, I think it would have even broken our marriage at some point. Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
Did you know about postpartum depression?
You see, now I didn't know. Did they even tell us that about in premarital?
No.
It was bad. It was really bad.
Please describe it.
I don't even know what that is. That thing is bad. Because personally, I wasn't even aware what's happening.
So you've gotten, this is your first child?
Yeah.
Stella.
Yes. I've given birth to Stella. So after going back home with her, I realized I don't want to hold the baby.
Oh.
Because I was scared I'm dreaming. And I might wake up from the dream and I let go of the baby. So I used to put her, when he's gone to church, that time we are staying in Athi River and he was going to church to Machakos. So when he's gone, I'll place the baby on the sofa, uko, bali, and then I'll sit and I'm watching her from away.
Did you struggle in your pregnancy?
No.
Oh.
I didn't struggle,
but in delivery, before she
before
delivered, I wouldn't mention the name of the hospital.
Oh, it's okay.
But the doctors there, some of them were not very.
There's one particular
doctor. I think he triggered her in a big way.
Big way. It was bad.
Yeah.
Because my
kept on saying, mtoto atakufa. How do you tell a mother that's going to deliver?
I was 23, Rodah. I got married at 22, so I was 23. I'm pregnant. I've got to give birth. And so my water broke on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I went to the hospital at night and all that was happening there is now, I wasn't doing clinic with that particular hospital. So I had come so that I can go see the gyna and book a doctor. But it didn't happen because my appointment was for tomorrow. And the water broke tonight. So I went. So it was doctors on duty who were attending to me. So they were different. So that dilation thing, they come checking. So as they're checking one, nobody told me such a thing.
What?
They didn't tell me about the dilation, whatever they checking.
No one tells us. You learn on the job. I don't think there's a woman who was ever told. Unless your mother is a nurse, or you are a nurse yourself.
It won't freak them out.
If anybody comes to me,
women don't know.
Really?
Even for pregnancy,
they should know.
They should know.
They should know.
Even breastfeed. I didn't know it was painful to breastfeed.
It was bad.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you. So first of all, that dilation checkup thing was traumatizing.
Yes.
What do you mean I am supposed to? And then somebody is putting
their fingers to check.
What are you checking?
And then, like for me, the first time I was told you're at a 6, I don't even understand
what are you saying? What is 6?
And where are we going to 20? Where are we going?
Where are we headed?
When will we get there?
So you can imagine that's being done to you.
Is your husband
by 3 different doctors. Funny, he was always out when it's happening.
When the doctor came.
Thank God.
No, I think he would have punched.
He's lucky.
Yes.
He's lucky.
He wouldn't stand
the doctor he's lucky.
So I have 2 doctors who are telling me, you're still okay, Dorcas. There's nothing wrong. So my water's broken, no labor pains. And I'm still waiting, no labor pain is coming. And I am not opening up. And all this time I'm being checked, it's different people checking me depending on who is on duty. So already that is too much to take in. And I'm already stressed, why am I not having the labor pains? And for a moment I started thinking, maybe I'm the Hebrew woman. I just, no, nothing is happening. I got induced. Nothing is happening.
Now tell us about how you were induced.
It was a pill.
Explain to us.
A pill was inserted inside me.
Okay. Was it a lady or a girl?
A man, it's a doctor.
Oh, that's very painful.
You're my sister.
I wish I was there.
So already all those
women
things,
here, I was induced, but I thought induction is an injection.
Sure.
I was also thinking what I could and then
is it a small pill?
No, it's not a small pill. So that was
They can't allow a lady to do it.
That was done twice. That has been done twice.
You were induced twice.
I'm still not getting the labor pains. And then there's this day I'm sitting in the hospital and a friend was in another in the same hospital. Her sister had come to visit. So she saw me. She saw my mom, I think, outside. And then they're like, Dorcas is inside. So she passed by to come and say hi. And remember, I've been draining water. Today is already Friday. And nothing is happening. So she comes and she sees me because my tummy is already going backwards because maji sina toka. So she says, congratulations for the baby. I was like, no, my baby is still inside and she's still kicking. So already I'm like, I think I am a done case here. Why is nothing happening? And then there's this doctor who's coming. Wewe mama, enda CS. Usipoenda CS, mtoto atazaliwa akiwa na infection na atakufa. And these other 2 doctors have come before him and they were like, you still have time. There's nothing wrong with you actually. So even with these 2 inductions, you still have more time that we can let the drug end in your body and will induce you again if labor pains don't come.
For the third time?
Yes, I ask, so is my baby in danger? They say, no, your baby is not in danger. These are 2 different doctors in different times telling me the baby is okay. Then there's the 3rd one who always comes with bad news. And it's funny, he always found me alone. I'm already helpless. I'm draining. I used to lie on a Macintosh.
How long were you?
This is now, let's say Saturday. Bado niko drain. I'm still draining water. No labor pains. So I asked, should I go for CS? Remember, I'm not even sure if this CS thing, I will survive. I'm already scared. I might die in there. And nobody is telling me like exactly what could happen in there. And remember, I'm born again. And I'm from church. I'm a pastor's wife. So we are supposed to give birth as Hebrew women. So CS is looked at as if it's a shortcut. Not even a shortcut. You're abandoned by God.
You're not walking by faith.
Yes, you need to push this baby out.
Who told us that? Okay.
I don't know how we've reached there because it is the mentality that the ones who are loved most by God push the babies out.
No.
Yeah, there's such kind of
I was prayed for by pastors, by people who come to see me in that, in that period of waiting. And people are praying for you. We pray in Jesus' name. You will push this baby out as a Hebrew woman, as the beloved child of God. You will not go through any knife.
I understand. I have a friend who went through CS and she felt so
bad. Like she's done.
She's failed.
She's failed.
She's failed in life as a child of God.
That's a lie.
So I remember being prayed for, and they opened my eyes looking at that person. I was so angry. I never said amen. I was just looking at them. I'm like, no, I want this baby out whichever way at this rate. God loves me anyway. So don't pray like that. I was so angry. I couldn't wait for the people to just leave because I'm thinking what's going on. I'm already stressed, guys. I don't even have the labor pains. The way is not even opening. So where is this baby going to come out miraculously as a Hebrew woman? But he wasn't. Most of the time, it's the time that he's maybe said, let me step to the shop, get you something and come back.
The bad doctor.
The bad doctor comes in. I remember my neighbor, she was there. I think her baby had sat in her womb. She had come in for checkup and they realized the baby is sitting and she doesn't have enough amniotic fluid. So she had to be retained in the hospital. So that they can see a way of increasing the liquid and stuff. So one day we are just together in the ward because we're just two of us. And she's taken. She just said, Dorcas, I'm coming back. The doctor had called her. It was the same doctor.
The bad doctor.
The bad doctor. And that is how she came back with her baby. She was taken to theater for surgery. And the person comes and a nurse comes and tells me, you are next. So I'm like, next for what? So even as she walked from the room going to the reception, but she came back on the bed.
Baby.
So later on she woke up, I asked her, did you know you were going for CS? She said no. I just reached the reception, they put me on the wheelchair and they told me I'm going for CS. The doctor made the decision on her behalf. So I'm like, were you ready for it? She's like, no. But he told me I'm in danger and stuff. No, it has to be now. But according to the plan, it wasn't what was happening. So when they came and told me you are next, I now called him. I called my mom. I'm like, Apana, they're saying I'm next for theater. I didn't sign anything. I didn't agree for anything. I don't know what's going on. Come back to the hospital. Because it was around lunchtime. So they came. I'm like, I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on here. Theater, CS. And in my mind, I never watched clips of giving birth.
You never?
No, I didn't. I didn't want to be triggered.
The 9 months after watching videos.
Me, I didn't want to be triggered by anything. So I didn't know how things happen or the CS stuff. So I'm thinking, you remember how the CS before used to be, people were cut from here straight?
Yes.
So I'm thinking, I'm going to be cut like this. And then I'm going to be like the thread and everything. I'm like, what is this? Will I even come out alive? So it wasn't a nice experience.
So you were taken for CS?
I didn't go that day. So they came back. My mom reached first because he had gone far. So he was still on the way coming. So my mom reached. And thank God when the doctor walked in to come, he found my mom. So I was in the washroom when he came. So when I came out, he's like, yes, it's time, you're going now. I'm like, I'm not ready. I don't know this thing. I'm not sure. He's like, no, he took, the consent paper. It wasn't even a consent per se. It was something to do with agreeing, because I never read. It's my mom that read it later. Agreeing with if anything happens to my baby, I am the one who is responsible and stuff and all those things. I didn't read. I was in tears, and he took my hand, put pen in my hand, and made me sign.
That is illegal.
That's very illegal.
It is actually
I so
illegal.
wish, and
Then
I
my
don't know.
mom-
I think he was timing me when I step out, and he would just step in because
That is so illegal.
And my mom just took that paper out of my hand.
Yeah.
Like, what are you signing? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Just
I can't
sign.
even read. I can't even focus. I don't know. I want peace.
Yeah.
And she took it and she read. Said, no, get out. She told the doctor, get out. No, you can't be doing this. Get out. And the doctor is like, yes, if anything happens to you, people meaning also many things. Like, we've told you we are not responsible and everything. Started arranging that they should be removed from this hospital, be transferred to a cheaper hospital. It seems they don't have money to pay for this. Yes, that is why they are here. So he said so many things, and even started making calls for our transfer. And I'm like, so I called him and he's like, no, you're not transferring. In as much as the bill was going up, it was more than what we had planned for, because now I've already overstayed and I haven't given back.
How long is this now?
Now this is Saturday.
Saturday.
From Wednesday.
No.
yeah,
You came on Wednesday,
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You're
Yes.
still there.
yeah.
No pain.
So I'm stressed. I'm a mess. I lie on Macintosh. I've smelt the amniotic fluid until it's become part of me. Now it's so annoying.
Yeah.
I'm always in the shower because I want to get rid of this smell.
Yeah.
It's like it's registered in my brain. I was so...
And you're still pregnant.
I'm still pregnant.
Yeah, being pregnant is just another.
I don't even know if I am going to have the labor pains or what's going to happen. And now this is happening. So already I'm already at a place. I don't know the right decision because people praying for me are saying you'll push. The doctor is saying go for CS. This time the doctors are saying give it more days. By Monday we can induce you again. Medically it's still okay. So what is the right thing to do?
But in that in that season, I think for me, I was at
Then
peace.
the baby...
I was at peace even amidst all this because remember we actually named our child before she was born. Even before we
got married.
Before we even got married.
That is Stella.
It's interesting that
Stella is peace.
Stella is calm.
pause and reflect. Yeah, exactly. So God had actually interestingly revealed to us that our firstborn was a girl, and when we knew that, then we actually named her.
Yeah.
You know, so for me,
So even
if
before conception, we refer to her Stella.
Yes, even before conception. So for me, I think even through that difficult, season, for me, I kept on remembering that if God has already shown us that we are going to have a firstborn baby girl, in spite of what is going to happen, she will still come.
She'll still come.
But then he was calm. He was calm. Because I will tell him all these things when he comes, I'm crying. And he's like, what do you want? Whatever you decide.
No, but the hospital was good.
The hospital
The
was
hospital was really good. Yeah.
But that's doctor.
That I can.
In fact, he had one shot. He had one shot until my mom was like, we need to give him a kiteng. Because he's always coming here with this his shot making people angry. He needs another shot, it's even faded.
But if he was kind, we wouldn't notice that.
Yeah, we wouldn't notice the shot. They even wouldn't.
Take us to now the place where the baby came.
So, Saturday evening reaches, we sit with him first. We ask my mom, kindly excuse us, we talk. So I ask him, what do I do? What do you think I should do? What should happen? Because I don't want to make this decision alone. I'm even too confused to make a decision. And he tells me, whatever you feel peace with, go with it. I will support you. I'm like, I don't know whether I feel peace. I don't know whether I'm scared. I don't know what's the right thing to do. So I'm back and forth. I'm back and forth with this, that. And all the whole day, I'm just like, what do I do? Now it's midnight. We even call my mom now. We're even now having a whole meeting together. And all of them say, whatever you decide, we will go by it. We don't want to force you. I go ask the nurse at the reception, nurse, excuse me, am I in danger according to you? If I waited for Monday, will it be too far? She said, no. I'm like, if I went for CS, is it necessary right now? She said, actually, no. I'm like, so what do I do? It's like, because I'm a nurse and he's a doctor, I can't tell you what to do.
Oh, yeah.
You are the only one who can tell him what to do. So I'm like, fine. Now I went back to the desk like 4 times at night in the span of like 30 minutes just to make sure I know what's going on here. Then I told her, call the doctor. Yeah. I'll do the CS. Now I was scared. I'm already scared. You don't want to be the mother who let your child die. So I'd rather die and have the baby. That is where I reached. Because there was no right choice. Yes. So I'm like, I'd rather go, but I made a right choice for the baby. So I call them, I say, I'll do the CS. I'll do the CS. The doctor is called. Now, funny thing, when the doctor is called, he says he's coming. And later on, the nurse comes after like 30 minutes. She's like, the doctor says he'll come tomorrow morning at 7. I'm like, so what was the rush for? He said my baby was in danger. It's been like 2 days he's been saying. He's been saying my baby is in danger. So what's the rush for? He's like, because I told you there was nothing alarming about this. So I'm like, fine, we'll wait for 7. But now immediately she left, labor pain came.
That's a nice twist. Plot twist.
And it was bad. Now it was bad.
Yeah, labor pains are bad.
Now it was bad. I'm like,
were you there?
He wasn't. You know, I had released you to go home and sleep. Because the doctor is coming to say at 7. But my mom said she wasn't going to go, she will stay. So because he was also tired, I'm like, you just go, you'll come around 6 a.m. And then we will go in. So he's gone and labor pains come. I cried, I wailed, I sat on my mom, I pinched her, I beat her up.
Mom. Supposed to sit on him.
Yes, true.
I beat her.
It was me. It was my fault.
It was your fault. I was telling her, I'm like, then my mom will be like, stop shouting. You are finishing your energy.
You want energy to push.
I'm like, you have no idea of what I'm going through. You've never been in this position. And she's like,
7 times.
She pushed 6 times. The last one is the only time she had a CS. So it's like, what is she even talking about? So she ignored me. She's like, okay, sorry. Don't shout. You'll need the strength. But the pain, Rodah, my mom ever explain. I remember mom telling me later on, you know, I could never tell you. I've taken people to give birth. I've been in labor wards and all that. I've never seen anyone in such pain. I wasn't breathing. It came and came full force. It wasn't like a 5 minute. When it came. There was no spacing.
The contraction, the way they come and then
Mine, there was no that.
Serious?
It was, we went, I wanted to speak in Kiswahili. Like it was throughout. There was no
one
breathing.
After another.
Yes, after another. There was no resting. Now I can't wait for morning to come. Because I'm like, okay, maybe by morning I'll have dilated and I'll just go in and remove the baby. I went on that. I remember calling Jesus for meeting, summoning God, summoning the angels, and reminding him of the promises and telling him how he's bad, how he's forsaken me, how he's abandoned me. And my mom said, she's just glad none of the people with pastor was in that room. They would have forsaken salvation.
You didn't remember Adam and Eve?
No. Me, I was with
God saying you'll have pain?
Me, I was on God's case. I was on his case. Like, why have you done this to me? This shouldn't be happening. Rodah 7 came, the doctor didn't show up. Not even for checkup.
No. Are we still in pain?
Yes. I'm not even breathing. I'm just there. I've cried, all tears are gone. My voice is kind of gone. I'm just there. Pain. I don't know how to cry anymore.
He has come now.
He came.
What did you see when you came?
Wow. It was bad.
Did you come?
What which particular time?
No, before I went to this.
No, I think.
No, he hadn't arrived.
No, I actually met my daughter in a lift.
Yes, he came when the baby was coming out.
I coincidentally, when I walked into the hospital and went into the lift, the people that I went into the lift with was actually
from the theater.
The nurse and the mother and my daughter.
My mom wasn't.
No, the mom was not there.
Because she was waiting.
But somehow I knew that this is my child.
He had gotten out of the lift and saw them going in. He went back inside the lift.
Yeah.
And went back with them. Because we were like ground floor.
To the nursery, right?
I don't know where we were.
It was to the nursery.
Yeah,
right?
you went to the nursery.
Yeah.
So for me, 8 has come. Now he's coming back. He's on the way coming. So we were like in Nairobi. So he's coming from Athi River.
Yeah.
I think he went back to Athi River that night.
Yeah, I did.
So by 8 a.m., I just see a full a number of doctors walk in my room. So the 2 doctors I had mentioned, the good ones. No, one good one, and then this bad one, and then a number of nurses.
Yeah.
And he opens my curtain. Remember, I've not seen him since yesterday.
Yeah.
He was to come at 7, he didn't come. So now he comes in with a group of people. And he opens the curtain and says, this is the woman who's been refusing to give birth to the child. And I am just here to show you that in case anything happens, it's all on her.
Really?
You can't do that.
You can't.
That's not being professional.
I'm in pain. I didn't even have
energy
to talk. And so I am here to show you the woman I've been telling you about. So he's not here to take me from.
Yeah.
And I looked at the other doctor. He was kind of elderly. I asked him. Now I'm trying to talk to defend my case. I'm like, Doc, you know me. It's like, yes. You said I could wait. Yes. If I knew it was you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah.
So he's like, so you know all these things? Like, yes. You know why I'm waiting? He said, yes. So the other doctor's like, so I am here to show you my hands are not in this. Then he's like, for the last time, let me check her. She seems she's in a lot of pain, labor. Then he puts on his glove. I'm like, your fingers are not coming near me. No. I don't know how you'll do it, what you can do inside me to make your facts to be right.
Yeah.
I want this doctor to handle me from now onward. So it's like, okay, so since they were all there, they're like, yeah, you can't actually do this. The patient is not okay with it. So he left. So this other doctor is like, can I check you? He's like, is it a must? He's like, yeah, this will determine if you will go in for CS or you will wait. Yeah. I'm like, okay, check. He checks. I said, you're 2 centimeters dilated. I'm like,
2. Let's go for CS.
I'm like, you know what? That's CS right now. Now. I can't wait.
You know, if it's 2, you have to wait for 10.
You have to get all the way
to 10.
To 10.
Not even.
And the pain increases.
And 2 was bad.
I'm like, I can't. He even looked at me. He's like, yeah, the way you look, I don't think you have the strength. I'm like, you're sure? I'm like, yes. You give the consent. I'm like, yes, let's go. So the nurses started, then a woman started screaming. She was pushing already a baby. So you had to run out of the ward to go help that one because the baby was already coming out. He gave instruction to the nurses to prepare me for theater. Then this nurse is preparing me. She's put the line and everything. She's talking. You know, actually it's true. You could actually give birth to a baby and the baby is infected and the baby could die. My mom landed a slap on the nurse.
No.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, mom.
It was here on the neck. Drop your things. Don't touch her.
These people are supposed to be trained.
Honestly.
Yes. Rodah, I'm already a mess. My mind is already a mess.
I've never done nursing, but I think the first course is how to deal with the patient.
How to deal with the patient.
Yeah. My mom slapped her and told the next person, you know, the next nurse that was standing there, can you handle? Yeah. She said yes. Can you prepare her? She said yes. Will you mind your tongue? Because you see what I can do. Right now we are not entertaining negative talks. So prepare her quietly.
And the mom is a pastor, just to remind you.
Oh yeah, she's a pastor. A very good pastor.
Ordained and anointed.
One thing about my mom, she doesn't entertain negative talks and talks that put people down and crush people. She doesn't give room to such things. So the nurse prepared me quietly. She didn't talk. The other one was chased out of the room. So she prepared me quietly and we went to the theater. Rodah, by the time they finished, I remember I am like reliving the scene right now. Being put on that thing, it's like a cross.
Oh, like this.
Yeah. So I remember asking the doctor, you want me to sit? Okay. How do you want me to sit? Like this? Okay. Where do you want to inject me? It's okay. Just to go on. Like I was so ready to have it done with. And I remember being injected and when that cold medicine went inside my body.
Yeah.
The relief.
The relief. Oh, I know it.
I was like,
I know it.
People can actually feel normal with no pain.
With no pain.
And I just lied on that thing. I'm like, you want me my hand where? There. You want the other one? Fine. Are you good? Should I do what? Like I was ready for the baby to just come out. But I remember something passing through my head. I think there were like 10 doctors in that room. And they were all men. The 2 ladies walked in later, the ones who received the baby. And
you were awake through
Yeah, I was awake. So I remember looking at them and I'm seeing they're all men. I don't have clothes on.
Oh yeah.
And it's a cold room.
It is.
And a thought came through my mind. I'm like, if God doesn't keep you here, you can either be raped, you can be done to things, you are helpless, you can't move. And I remember telling God, in your hands, I give my soul.
Wow.
My soul.
Because literally, I can't do anything.
Wow.
Even if they decide to beat me up, I can't defend myself. I don't even have the strength. And they prayed. It was a Christian thing. And I remember them removing their hats and praying. And they were playing worship music.
Nice.
And they were having stories, talking and stuff. And I remember once they just opened and cut, and I remember hearing a baby crying from within me. She was not yet out. I heard a voice, it felt like it's distinct, it's so far. And then I heard them say, this is the first case we are handling, a baby crying from inside. This baby must have been tired. And they pulled her out. She was loud. I remember Mom saying they had her in the corridors of the theater crying. I remember when they brought her to me, they just showed her like, it's a baby girl. And I'm like, yeah, and they blacked out.
Your work was done. I am done.
I'm done.
Then we go to the lift. She meets her dad.
Yeah, I mean...
Because I didn't see her even leave the theater. I didn't see. I didn't know. I was gone.
Yeah, so we met and then, I knew that this is my daughter. And they took her straight to the nursery because they were saying that she needed to be put on antibiotics because she had
inside
an infection.
Just to make sure the infection is not so much. The amniotic fluid and it was like the way was already open, so they're just being careful with her.
Now, all this is what made you. Now you're home with your baby.
With my baby.
And you don't want to hold her?
No, I'm scared. Because I feel like my life has not been real the past couple of days.
It's trauma.
Yeah.
It's traumatic.
So what if even this one is not real? Or what if this other side is the one that is real? So I didn't know what was real anymore. My body already, I didn't like how I looked.
Tell me about that.
I was so fat.
I was so big. You for that.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Is it my daughter or my niece? One teen asked me recently, after someone gives birth, does the stomach just bounce back?
It doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. So I am back. I'm so big.
Yeah.
I'm dark, you see?
Yes.
But now I became darker. And when I'm showering, dark scales used to fall off me. The washcloth used to remain with a dark thing. My skin, dark. And the first thing that made me even more annoyed is after I gave birth, now she went home, went to my parents' place because that was the agreement before even I gave birth that I'll go stay with my parents so that they can take care of me. And I remember that being in a state of helplessness where you can't be clean unless somebody cleans you. You can't eat unless somebody helps you eat.
You have a wound.
And you have a wound. You can't bend.
Yes.
you can't. There were so many can't. And then the breastfeeding, the blisters on my boobs. And this baby is crying.
Should tell women that
I have to breastfeed her, and I have wounds on. I remember this day in the hospital, I just put my phone on silent, and I wasn't picking up my calls because I knew the nursery would call me to go breastfeed.
Yeah.
I wasn't, the whole day I didn't go. I didn't go. And they had to call him. Like, we've seen your number here. Are you the husband to so? Tell her to come breastfeed. He was not even around. He had gone to the house that time.
Yeah.
He's like, why are you not going? He had gone to pick things from the house, clothes. Why are you not going to breastfeed? Look, I'm in pain. Like, you've not gone the whole day. I didn't go. I'm like, it's painful. It's painful. Yeah. I used to go there and I'm crying. When she's just approaching, I'm like, no. So all that, and then I'm helpless unless somebody cleans me. I'm still bleeding.
Wait, why are you bleeding?
Because I had blood that was coming out.
From the wound?
No. Yeah.
I thought that is just for the...
No, I don't know. And then there was Nini. There was constipation.
Oh yeah. It's also something.
That's given.
That is also something that women should be told.
Which they never get to be told about.
Even husbands.
The thought of going to the toilet.
Then you see your woman, you remember that athletic girl that
body, you're not even seeing her. She's gone.
Now you're seeing something else that is completely different from what you married.
And then you find a man who is talking about sex at that point.
Like, are you even human at this point right now?
Even asking, when do you think we will be back?
Never.
When is the game resumed?
You're going to tell somebody never, ever.
Because that is what brought us here.
Let me tell you, I used to think about the washroom, going for long call.
Yeah.
I'm postponing that thought.
Yeah.
Even the feeling, even if it's coming, I'm postponing it. Until for me to go to the toilet, I had to use the pill. There was a pill I was given. Because now it was bad. So I used to insert first.
No.
Yes, I had to. Because I wouldn't.
The secret is taking a stool softener. I learned that.
What is that?
It's the
fluid.
No, it's a kadawa too.
For me now, I was given for inserting. So it will help. Then after some time, I would go. But now you can't live on that forever. That one was only for a few days after CS. Wow. So I used to be so angry. I remember my mom would come to the room and just look at me. And even if she meant well, of course, in all cases, but asking me, is there anything you need, made me feel so bad. Like, no, I used to do things for myself. So if I have to shower, I have to ask first, Mom, are you available now? Can we shower? How long? Can you help me clean up? Because for me, I was told not to use water in that time. Shower, I can't just use. So I had to use water, warm water, and then I'm wiped.
Yes.
Wow.
I hated it.
Wow.
Hi, my name is Rawder Kidula Show, and I thank God for an opportunity to mentor young girls, teen girls, because I was one myself and I have a teen daughter as well. So how are you raising them? How are you mentoring them? This is not just a book, it's a gift of values. Together with my sister Rawder Kidula, we just sat down and had conversations surrounding our lives as teen girls, and we came up with 12 topics that are very relevant to today's teen girl. As a parent, as a guardian, as a mentor, you need to gift your daughter this book because it will change her, it will inspire her, and she will make better choices because of our experience, because of our mistakes, and because of the wisdom we share. share here. And we also approached our brother Sami Kaihuri, who is passionate about high school ministry, to do the same for the teen boy because of public demand. So Sami Kaihuri has great and rich content for your teen son in this book, You Are Now a Man. Great topics, great motivation, great inspiration. So get yourself a copy of these gifts for your teen children or your teen nieces and nephews, and together let us impact this younger generation positively.
So
You
all
are
these
in your
things-
mother's house,
Yes.
so he is not there.
No, he's not there. So he would come.
How are you feeling?
Wow, it was, I don't know, it was not a good time for me.
Were you part of the decision for her to go?
I think I was left out, not fully, but partly. Because I kind of felt like that time that we are leaving the hospital, it's like tunaenda this side.
Oh yeah.
Actually, even my people, because again the culture thing came in. Because my father was actually, he kind of felt like, actually that's what he felt. He felt like, hey, see, our in-laws will feel like we can't take care of our daughter. So why is it that he's gone to this side, you know? But I mean, the second time the mom came to our place.
Oh, the second child.
The second child, the mom came and camped
But even
there. So
after
I kind of
that experience,
yes.
I think it was wise for her to go there.
Yeah, but now when she came home, she was literally going crazy.
Yeah.
Because I remember one time she's waking me up around midnight or 2 a.m. somewhere there, and she's asking me, "Am I real?
Yeah, it
Am
was
I
bad.
real? Did this happen? Who am I?
Yeah.
Like, tell me who I am." I'm like, oh my
I
goodness.
don't know who I was.
And do you know there are people who would think you are pretending?
Yeah.
Now, me, I think I was one of those people.
One of those people.
I think
it was
this lady,
weird.
this woman is just being extra now.
Oh,
She
yeah.
doesn't want me to
It was
sleep.
weird.
You know?
I know.
You're sitting to
And
ask
then
somebody what's your name?
Nobody-
I'm my husband.
Nobody prepares newlyweds for such a thing.
Especially men for that season.
Yeah.
Because
It's a
what
difficult-
out there is that women pretend when they are pregnant.
Exactly.
Women
They take
pretend.
advantage of. Yeah.
And a man can even tell you, why are you behaving like this? And your mother had said,
Yeah, exactly. Your mother did
Never,
7.
men.
Yeah,
Don't.
honestly.
Don't
yeah.
do that. Don't do
Yeah.
that. Please don't.
Yeah.
And I remember there's a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine. His name is Toby.
Yeah.
Toby is German.
Yeah.
He's like my very best friend.
Yeah.
He's also a pastor, but he lives in Germany.
Yeah.
So Toby, every time he comes to Kenya, he's been my friend for so many years before I get married.
Yeah.
So every time he comes to Kenya, I host him, you know.
Yes.
And remember, at that time, I'm serving, but I'm not even getting much from church where I'm serving. So when Toby comes, I know if I take him around with errands with our car, I'm going to get money, at least to take care of my family, because, well, the church is paying our house rent, but there's nothing much as a salary that's coming in. So I'm taking it as
financial stress.
There's financial
stress
bad.
is enough to break a marriage.
It was bad.
On top
It was
of
bad.
the postpartum depression.
Yeah.
So now, on top of that, so I remember, when Toby came, so I picked him from the airport, and I was taking him around, you know, to see places and all that. So it got to a place, she told me, by the way, you need to marry, I think she said, you need to marry that Toby, because, and that hit me like,
I almost said
madam, dude, are you saying I'm gay, or what are you saying? That thing.
The fact that I am here,
That
in
thing
That was like the best thing I could say.
That was bad, because for me,
So for
from
you
my
that-
side, as the provider of the family,
providing.
I think I'm actually hustling.
Yes.
I'm taking
And
up.
for
He's
me,
my
I'm
friend, but he will
looking
give me
like
money out of it.
But they have a lot of fun,
Eh?
you know?
Oh.
And I
He's
don't
my
have
friend.
fun. You're not supposed to have
I'm not.
fun.
Why am I not supposed to have fun?
When you're
We should be sad.
But I should be crying. We have to be sad.
we should be
honestly.
Together.
So I kind of felt like
So now
she's-
by this time, we've moved from Athi River. We're not staying in Machakos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a Congolese.
Yes.
I'm in Machakos. I don't know anybody else apart from my in-laws.
Yes.
and my husband. Now his friend has come.
Yeah.
I am abandoned to the world to die.
That's how women talk.
Yes.
This man is killing me now.
Yes.
He's decided to finish me.
Actually,
Wow.
I remember the time I was spitting during pregnancy. And then I think I was on call with my husband, video call, and I think he was either eating a mango.
Oh, Lord.
Well, he was enjoying the
Sounds, yeah. And your ears beating.
He made prayers. I was like, God, the man responsible should have nausea even for a man. Like, dude, the man must feel something.
He must suffer with me.
Or spit even for a few weeks of the pregnancy.
Wow.
Why is he happy?
Wow.
Why is he happy?
Why?
Exactly.
Then you feel like their lives have not changed.
At all.
should-
Already I don't have clothes to wear.
Oh, yeah,
All
the
my
body
clothes are not
changes.
fitting.
She's big.
I'm not recognizing myself in the mirror.
Yeah.
And then I got very back pains
Uh-huh.
because of starting to work early. Remember
Yeah.
there was financial
Strain.
problem. So, and then you have your friend. So I can't
From
even
Germany.
move from
From
Germany.
Germany.
You are going where? You're going where?
to have fun.
To Rivers.
To Rivers
no.
National
And
Park.
I'm in Machakos. No, now. No.
And you are with the baby now.
I'm with the baby. Me and the baby in the house.
Are you loving the baby?
I love the baby so much.
But your episodes, you say there are episodes you just put the baby far from you.
Yes, that
Because
was
you
like
kind
in
of
the
feel like-
beginning. In the beginning months. Now here
Yeah.
we're talking about from 3-4 months. But
you're not
Apple in the
adjusting.
beginning, I was scared of the baby.
baby.
Because I'm like, is this person even real? Is this real? Because remember, if I'm asking him at night, who am I?
Yes.
Actually, I
So
wasn't
something is
pretending.
happening in you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like every day. It's not like I ask today, I stay for 2 weeks, I ask again. No, every night.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then I'll ask him. Sometimes I will even apologize first. I'm sorry, I'm going to ask again. Who am I? Are you my husband?
Ooh.
Did we get
That's bad.
married in church? Was I pregnant? Do you have photos of me when I was pregnant?
It was bad.
Did I
It
give
was
birth
bad.
to this child? You mean this is real?
Yeah.
The baby is real? Like this baby is ours?
And I think even men should be prepared
Yeah, they should.
because it affects us psychologically.
does.
It affects us.
Had you ever seen a newborn before?
A newborn? Yeah, I think.
A day old, you had seen a baby before?
Not necessarily a day, maybe a week or
Oh. There are
But-
men who also get scared.
two. No, me, I love kids. I love small. I love.
Those small ones.
I love them so much.
No, but he did a good job with taking care of her.
yeah.
So if he comes back and he finds I've been in my world,
Yeah.
he will change her. So when we are washing, I'll always wait for him to wash the baby, wash together.
Yeah.
So that in case it happens that I feel like I'm not in my real world, I let the baby in the water, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So he will help. So
I
even
think,
when she's crying, he will carry her and just let me have a moment.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
How
But
is
then
your
he was
marriage?
getting really stressed.
Yeah.
Did we even have a
Marriage then.
You were just roommates trying to.
There
We're
was
trying to
nothing.
figure out this one. This one, who are you?
It was survival.
You were surviving.
It was survival.
Honestly, it was
Wow.
survival.
It was bad because there's no money. One.
Yeah.
Okay, at least your house rent is sorted. And it's a good house, you know. And but hey, money. There's no money.
Yeah.
And I was
There's no
always
money.
angry. Remember, I've been a joyful person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Loud. You
angry.
said loud. You're
Very
still trying to
loud.
believe you are loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I am always angry. I'm always angry.
Yeah.
Always. Every day,
Yeah.
every single day, I'm angry.
So it wasn't a good. Even for me, it wasn't a good space.
Yeah.
Kind of felt like, oh my
Are we
goodness.
communicating?
Do you
There was a lot
communicate
of-
when you're angry?
There was a lot of
You
conflict.
just throw things.
That is communication.
Yeah.
There was-
Yeah. Do you know, Rodah, there's a day I tried escaping through the window.
Why are you escaping through the?
I had to run away.
There's
This
a
thing is
door.
too much. No, he had locked the door. Because we had fought the whole day. Not fighting.
I know. I'm married.
You know what she's talking about.
So he's seeing this one. It's in the middle of the night. I better keep the keys safe. And she doesn't even look same. So I better keep the keys safe.
I locked every door.
He locked. Now I want this to be the wide ones for sliding. I'm like, Peter up. I'll climb through this window. I'll go out. And he's like, so you at least wait for the morning so you can go. Like, and my baby
running away without the baby.
On my back, running away for where without the baby. The baby was on my back.
Was it the same time that like there's Pastor Salwa and Pastor Rosie?
I need to host those.
They're
They're my friends.
Very good. I think they've actually saved our mind.
A lot of we would call them, they would come from us.
She would actually, there's a time actually she left and went to their place. I'm receiving a call. I'm like, come back for your wife.
What you said has just hit me. If your spouse is to run away, you pray that they land to
in a safe place.
Yes, And there's the notion that pastors' marriages are good.
I almost wanted to remind people you are a pastor when your wife is running out from the window.
Yes.
And on Sunday we'll be in church.
People think pastors have it all together, and that's a very bad perspective. Pastors can go through difficulties. Yeah.
So pastors' marriages are normal.
They are just marriages like every other. And pastor's kids also, because I'm also a pastor's kid.
And you're raising pastor's
kids. And I'm raising pastor's kids. So.
And you have to make sure they don't have your experience.
The poverty side.
No, that one they won't experience that.
But I don't know what used to be the spirit back then with pastors and all those things. It was bad because they did their part.
They did, Actually, they were so
they overdid. So you see, we are going through all this, and on Sunday, I'm the pastor's wife.
Yes, you have to dress like this.
It has to look
in fact,
good.
not even a palazzo. I am dressed in a nice dress. I'm beautiful. I'm looking nice. But they don't know I'm fighting my self-image.
Yes.
I hate the person I'm seeing in the mirror every day. I don't like her. I don't know who she is. I need an introduction.
Did you do anything for the man's, from a man's perspective? When a woman goes through that change,
for the first child, I failed big time because I kind of felt like she wanted us to look at her side only and not me, because she was hurting me also big time with the bitterness and anger and attitudes.
Sometimes we do that.
Yes,
we do that. Forgive us.
They were bad, so I'm kind of feeling, why should I tell her she's beautiful? And the way she's just here, just being moody.
But we expect you affirm us.
Now you see, that is the other problem. We normally used to think it's only us who get affected by this thing and not them.
It affects men big time.
So I never used to. So you see, I'm not hearing it from him that you're pretty. That your body is still good. And I'm like, Papa, I'm done.
I remember after having my son.
Are men expected to lie at that particular
Please lie.
Because
men.
Because honestly,
in that season you can't say the truth.
She's big.
You can't say the truth.
She didn't look good. No, let's be honest. No, we need to know.
For that season, lie.
Please help. So it's a lie. So we need to lie.
In fact, don't tell me. Don't tell me the fact already.
Because they don't look good. Like,
okay, I have a suggestion for you and other men, or for me, what I wanted. Because I remember I used to put on some clothes and then I'm feeling like, where? Who is this?
Big.
This? Like, I started feeling ugly from the time I was pregnant.
Me too.
I just felt like a baby elephant.
Yes.
I used to even when my husband told me you're beautiful, I didn't even believe him.
Of course, it's hard to believe.
So how do we?
Because what you're seeing is
all I wanted that I never said. If it ever happens,
please, Jackson, hear this.
Take me to a place. place where
Open
they sell
space.
clothes.
Oh, okay.
And tell me, take anything you want.
Yes,
Buy
that
me
will
clothes.
help.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That would be good
Yes.
therapy.
Because
That will help.
the pressure is also, I'm trying to fit in the clothes I had.
And they're not
Oh,
fitting
they're not
well.
fitting.
They're not
I'm
looking
feeling
nice.
ugly.
Yeah.
Or ask, how can I help you look the way you want to?
Yeah. But you see
And
how
most of the time, it's new clothes.
yeah.
Yes.
But you see how it's
She's
it's,
agreeing.
Yeah, it's an area that we are not
They
told
don't talk
anything like
about
this in
it.
premarital.
It's not there.
It's never there.
Yeah.
So tunakuja we find the
Kwa
pretty
ground.
melanin
imagine I used to be
skin
small.
slim girl.
I'll show you
Now
photos.
is-
I was so tiny.
Please send me photos.
And now
Put
all of
here.
a sudden I'm like,
Yes.
me myself, I don't even know
Yeah.
who that is. And even for
You
him,
need help
it
for
can be
that.
traumatic even for
Yeah.
him.
Yes. I was
he's
traumatized.
he's
It's
waking
not
up
that
in
it
the
can,
morning
it
and
was,
he's-
you traumatized.
I remember there's a day I was pregnant and I know very well my husband sneaked out. He was supposed to work from home. He chose to go to work. And I admit I'm the reason why
He had to.
I was hard to live with.
Uh-huh.
That's what I
Even me,
know.
even going out with Toby every day, my German
So
friend,
you see, I
was
felt like
because
he's running away
the
from me.
house you
Yeah,
can't
you
can't
can't
survive.
And me in that
Yeah.
time.
And we expect them to know.
yeah.
Don't ask. I think
I think
know.
this thing needs
So-
it's a serious it's something it's very
deep. This thing is
this
hard.
thing people are not talking about, and I think there are
And I-
marriages that actually break.
Many of them break
If you
theirs.
survived there,
There. If you let me tell
We
you.
survived 2 kids.
financial strain,
Yes.
and that post.
We survived.
Paternity.
Financially
So let me tell you, by the
survived.
time you're going to church, this is
Yeah.
your pastor's wife.
Yeah.
You're going to church. People will come, hey, you're big. And you say, thank you.
Were you tiny before marriage?
Yes.
Yes.
Not tinier than me when I was before marriage. We'll
was
compare.
We'll
tiny.
compare
I
photos.
was
She was-
37 kgs.
You yours is
Okay, I was around 59.
Oh.
Yeah.
but she looked very
But I
skinny.
was
Oh,
tall.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you
So,
were slender.
yeah.
So you're like, and people will be like, pray for me this. Pray. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm the one that needs all the prayers. I'm not even normal right now. I'm scared of staying here longer because I might just
Snap, yeah.
snap out of it. So it's church and back home. I don't want to interact
Interact
with
with
people
people.
because I might lose it. Other friends, they're also pastors in Machakos.
Yeah.
Pastor Mwendwa and Grace. They were newly
Shout
married.
outs. Yeah.
Newly married, Rodah.
Newly.
I am going through postpartum depression.
Yeah.
I don't know how to deal with it because they were our neighbors. Elisha's gone to church. I'll carry my baby and go sit in their house with them.
You're newly married.
Yes. Me, I don't
Really?
care. I need
Really?
to be sane. Figure out how you'll handle. Because I am scared. If I'm alone, I'm scared of what's
you
going
might
to happen.
do, yeah.
So I need company. I'm not saying what's happening to me, but then I need to be in an environment where I can be controlled in case
In
I
case,
do something
yeah.
wrong. So I will
You
go.
didn't trust yourself.
No, I didn't. I will go knock at their house and walk in, and I'll sit. And he will just look at me, look at his wife, and he will find something to do and he will go. So we'll stay there with her.
With her.
I will sit there until Elisha comes.
Well, Elisha needs to be taken to a spa.
I'll sit there.
I've survived.
Because I'm thinking,
Yeah.
if I leave this house, I don't know what I'm going to do to my
Wow,
baby, to
it was
myself,
bad.
to the
Yeah.
house. I don't know, because I used to scream when I'm alone. I used to cry. I used
Yeah.
to shout. I used to have one prayer. Jesus, hold my mind together, because I used to feel like, the mind is being removed from my head and it's being taken away. It's running away from
Yeah.
me. So I'm like, just hold my mind together. But when I
Together.
feel like it's too much now, I'm alone, I just leave quickly and go stay
Yeah.
there. And I used to call my mom, I feel my mind is paining, not my head, my mind
My
is
mind.
paining. Then she will talk to me, the baby is real, look at your phone, you have
Yeah,
photos of when you are
photos.
pregnant. She will send me the photos that I'd sent her when I was pregnant.
Yeah.
This is real, this is happening.
helped.
I'm
She
praying
helped
with
a lot.
you, I'm praying for you. And I will also call our best lady at that time. I will tell her, I'm feeling like this. I'm like, oh, this is real, it's happening, your baby
Is
is
that what
real.
you wanted to hear?
Yes, I wanted a reassurance of the moment I am in, so that I don't do stupid stuff, so that I don't react out of thinking this is not happening. And also it felt good to know, so they know. They know people feel this way. Okay, so I'm not crazy.
I've actually never heard of that extent. Me always know postpartum is like a headache here, you're frustrated.
You've not gotten here?
Yes.
So they will talk to me.
But it's different for different people.
Yeah, it's different for different people. They'll talk to me and then they would pray. But at some point I didn't want the prayer part.
Oh. What had God
when
done?
it's nini too much, because I was feeling like we are detached here. God doesn't understand. At some point I'll feel like he doesn't understand. So getting the human aspect of it was enough. But then me and Jesus, we were like walking together. I was saying, you sit here, I sit here.
Yes.
You live, I die.
Oh.
It was like that. I just want to know you are there. I'm not praying, but I just want to know you are there. So I want to know, like when I'm saying hold my mind together, I want to feel a change.
Yes.
And I would feel the calmness. So that used to help. So the conversations, I didn't pray. Let's not say like, oh, pray. Me, I didn't pray personally because I didn't know what I am supposed to pray about. I didn't know how I'm supposed to pray because what I was going through wasn't making sense in words. So all I used to say is, Jesus, hold my mind together because if you let it go, I am crazy. I'll be running around removing my clothes. I was so close to it because if already I'm not feeling real.
Yes.
How far can I? No.
Did you?
No.
It was bad. It was bad.
I wish we did.
Yeah.
It
messed me up too, like big time. I wasn't, by the way, I wasn't ready for another child.
Neither was I.
Actually, I was smiling because I wanted to say, but you have a baby number 2.
Yes. Which is God's intervention in restoring us.
I wasn't, so
there's a whole story.
Yeah.
Because most people who go through that severe trauma, they don't get another child again.
Yeah, we didn't want.
How could we miss our second born? She's just
she's it.
She is just amazing.
So for her to come,
that is Cindy.
It was like I went through postpartum for over a year. It was a year, rather than plus. It wasn't like it's ended in months. I was still not normal. I was still not sane. But I would handle things out there. But let me reach the house. It's where I want to go drop everything.
Yeah. And expect now him
to carry it all.
Handle.
Yes.
So going out for me was therapy. I mean, going to 2 rivers and going to the national park was a little bit of yes.
And I was so
needed it.
I was so angry.
Yeah.
But the baby is now well taken care of and all that.
Yeah.
So one day I was cleaning the house and God just said, I'm going to give you another baby. I'm like, hey, you don't like me. You don't like me. I haven't even finished healing properly. And you're saying you're giving who? Another baby to carry where? So that I go through this again. So that we fight again. At least now we can sit together. We can laugh.
We are friends.
We are now friends. We are building our friendship again. So you want to take us back.
You want to finish
us. You don't
us.
like me. You don't like this marriage. You don't want us to exist. Then I'm like, when I'm ready, I'll tell you. Then you'll bring that baby. But for now, I'm not ready. And God said, no, this is going to be different. The baby is going to bring you healing and restoration.
Amen.
And I'm like, I like the sound of that. But I don't think I'm ready to carry now. So I'll let you know. But I wait for him to come from church and I tell him, hey, I've had an encounter. This and this and this is what God said. You even kept quiet. I don't know if you responded or what you said.
I didn't.
Yeah. But
why didn't you say anything?
It's scary.
Trauma. I was also recovering from postpartum. What? I was recovering.
And I remember going and starting to search for a name that meant healing and restoration. Because for us, he gives the first name, I give the second name. Yeah, we don't want to impose names on our children. So I'm like, from my part, because deep down, being a believer, once God has spoken, he's spoken. You don't change that. So even when you're not fully okay, that deep down in your spirit, man, it's going to happen. So I better start getting ready so that I'm not so shocked when it happens. So I look for a name and I find a name. I call my dad because he teaches Greek and Hebrew. I asked, I found this name in Hebrew. It means it's Aruka. It means healing and restoration as per Google. Can you confirm the name in Hebrew for me? He said yes. He checked. There's actually a scripture he shared with me. I've forgotten where the word healing that was used there was Aruka. So he shared. I'm like, nice. But I didn't tell him what I was looking for it for. So I kept it with me. And then I told him, me from my side, Aruka will be the name, whether boy or girl. And he's like, okay. So I kept that with me, but I wasn't ready. So sometime I'm just having running stomach. I'm like, I want to deworm. Let me deworm myself and deworm our daughter. Rather, I've gone back to my nice body. I'm rocking my skinny jeans. I'm wearing my off shoulders nicely. My shoulders are popping out nicely. My face is looking good.
I'm back.
Oh,
I'm noticing that.
Now it might come down. So I am back fully, and God wants to take me back to being a fat elephant. We're not saying being big is bad, but when you're used to being small and you are not ready for the change and nobody prepares you, it kind of takes you back. And it's the same thing for somebody who used to be big and you become small all of a sudden to dress yourself.
Many times I've picked a dress knowing this is mine, going to fit.
It's not fit.
It doesn't fit.
I fit.
Wow.
So I go buy. I asked him, please, was in Machakos, take me to go buy kit. No, the deworming mini kit for the baby and for myself. Because this running stomach, nothing was staying in my tummy. Water, toilet, tea, toilet. Everything. So I started avoiding to eat. So we go in the evening. I buy the deworming minis. I'm walking back to the car. The Spirit of God says, go back, buy a test kit.
Oh, pregnancy test.
I'm like, no, I can't be pregnant. According to me, I've put measures in place, strongly guarded.
You cannot be pregnant.
I cannot. But I know better to obey. So I'm like, I want to prove you wrong. I'll buy the test kit. I bought the test kit and we went back home. Then I wanted to take the deworming pill and I felt again the Spirit of God, a very good friend. Please keep him close. He helps us in so many areas. So he says, no, read first. In case of suspecting pregnancy, if you should deworm. So I'm like, okay. I didn't know it can affect. So I read. It says, in case of suspecting pregnancy, do not take. Do a test first.
Are you alone? Is he there?
He's in the sitting room. I'm in the bathroom.
He knows what's going on.
No. I'm just in the room. I just went to the toilet. So I wanted to pick the pill and take, then come out. So I'm like, okay, fine. Let me take the test kit and just go and try. So that the line wasn't moving. The first one stopped. The second one was going on. I'm like, this is it. I'm pregnant. I came out to the strip. I gave him. And I went to the kitchen.
We are pregnant.
This was around 7-8 p.m.
Wow.
I gave him the strip. I went to the kitchen. I started thorough cleaning, general cleaning.
Why?
I didn't want to seek in the news. I cleaned. I cleaned. I washed dishes. Then I just overheard him tell our daughter, Mommy is pregnant. She's going to have another baby. We need to start finding a way to handle this. So he was having a talk with her. But for him, I remember telling him, I feel like my jeans are a bit tight. I can't wait to reach home and just remove. And he'd be like, you could be pregnant. But I did so many tests and they were all negative. So I was like, I am not. Rodah, do you know I was already entering my 4th month? By the time I'm realizing, gone.
We don't know.
And my jeans were still fitting well. I was wearing them. But the day I found out I was pregnant, they stopped fitting. What happens? Can somebody tell us?
When I found out I'm pregnant, I went and puked. It's in our mind. It's just positive. Yes.
Wow. So that's it.
That's how. Now, how was the experience with number 2 childbirth? Wise.
For me, it was way better than the first one. The first one was bad. The second one was as if that now she's... remember what God is telling her, that she's going to bring restoration. And I think that's what I saw, that she was not as... I don't even think you went through postpartum on the second kid.
I I didn't.
Wow.
It was easy. It was good. We loved and enjoyed.
But then remember, this child is bringing healing and restoration. We're still having financial issues. And I'm looking at God, I'm like, you God, sometimes, why do you take us like this? Why can't you restore it immediately? Like, just cover everything immediately. This thing of God is a process, and we must go through the process, whether we like it or we don't like it. Because that is how Aruka was born. She wasn't born in a fancy hospital like her sister. But there were no issues. I was laughing throughout my CS. Those people were awesome. It wasn't the best hospital, but they were awesome. They were making me laugh. They were talking funny stories, and there were only 4 of them. They were just so nice. They took very good care of me in the hospital. I went home. He was so much there. Even after my mom left, he was there. He would wash the other one, clean the house, wash the dishes, cook food, everything.
I cook a lot. I love to cook.
He cooks a lot, more than I do.
Oh, and she's still a good wife.
I'm a very good wife.
But I don't like washing utensils.
No, he doesn't. So for me, we reached the place where I'm like, he likes cooking. He doesn't like washing dishes. I love cooking, but I can forgo this one so that I don't kill myself. Because even if I cook, I'll still wash the dishes. So I let him cook, I'll do the cleaning. Yeah.
It works out.
It works. It's working. So far it's working. I think this week, last week, I think I cooked once.
But now everyone is helping, everyone is chipping
Everybody is chipping in. He was so there. And you know, you'll still get triggers. And when I see them, I know what to do. I'll run to him and talk. And say, I feel this and this is kind of taking me off balance. And he will either hold me or talk to me and tell me, no, it's not going to happen. It's okay. He told me many times, I think I looked good. At least this time around.
He had learned.
He had learned.
I learned the drill. How to cheat. How to tell your wife she looks good.
Yeah, you don't lie, but
it was easy.
Just say it.
Yeah. It was so...
It's not convinced.
It's not convincing.
You want to tell someone you look ugly?
In a funny way, in a humorous way, where both of us will laugh. Both of us laugh.
I think with the second baby, I could laugh it off. But with the first one,
no, me, I think I tell her that she looked good, but there are times I told her,
you'll be like, hey, today,
madam,
maybe try this other dress. This one, no. I'm gonna go do something.
Does
to
she
your hair
ask you,
or your face?
do I look good?
Oh, a lot.
Now?
No, even during that season.
Yeah.
And you tell her the truth.
Of course, you have to lie.
Sometimes.
Not lying. It's not lying.
It's not like you look good. I mean, that's how you're supposed to look like.
Yeah, so for the moment.
At that season. So you look good.
So that's how I came to have a business.
I wanted to ask you all this time. We know he's a pastor. And what do you
Nothing.
Out by
Rodah.
Choice? By...
You know, I've done entrepreneurship in school.
I
have a bachelor's
in entrepreneurship.
Yes, bachelor's of science in entrepreneurship. 4 years, and I have my certificate. But I've never wanted to be a working mom that works out of the house. I had never wanted to be somebody who's employed by anybody. Because I wanted to manage my time on my own, and I wanted to be there with my kids anytime. So remember all these trains we are having, he's asked me, you apply here and there. Now remember, I am a Congolese. It is hard to be employed just like that by an institution.
Nationality.
Yes.
You need your work permit. You need a lot of
it's just too much. And so many people will look at it and they'll be like, they don't want to take care of the work permit aspect. Or no, we'll give the Kenyan citizens work first. Then we'll consider you. But even this time I am trying to ask, deep down I'm praying, God, you know my heart, you know my desire, you know I don't want this work. I'm just doing it to please my husband so that he can see I've done an effort, but this is not what I want. So don't give it to me if it's going to cause more harm than good. So there was nothing coming and I'd be like, this is good. So with time now, I was like, during pregnancy, our second baby, I felt the urge of quickly going to do a short training in sewing. Remember, I already have my machine. I already got a sewing machine from the house, from my mom's place. And I've already been practicing on my own. His sweatpants had a really rough time, and sweaters. I would cut them off and turn them into shorts and crop tops to wear in the house. I'll make them into things for our baby to wear. She would wear them. So I'm like, I think I need to pursue this further. So I felt the urge when I was like around 8, almost few weeks before I gave birth, like I should do a training quickly. The Spirit of God is good. He awakens us in the right time. Yeah. So I felt I need to do this quickly. I told him, can I go to Nairobi? We're still in Machakos, to my cousin's place. She's called Yarafiki. Can I go and stay there for some time and learn? Because she has a good tailor from Congo. I want to learn from her, and she was about to leave the country. And it was like, the way you're pregnant, he wasn't comfortable. A pregnant wife with a toddler in someone's house for a week. Yes. Yeah. It wasn't comfortable. And then there was no money. So, and I need to give something at least to the person training me. So I called and asked, how much do you want to be given? And she told me. And I called my sister. She's called Esther. Hi, Esther. Hi, I'm like, Esther, this and this and this I would love to go do the training. Just talking with sister, just catching up. How are you? What are you planning? And she's like, okay. Then a few days later she calls me, I've got my pay, I'm sending you money just to go and do the training. So she sent the money. I tell him, Esther sent me this money, can I go? He said yes, you can go. So we fueled the car and he dropped us off. I did the 1 week, my legs were swollen, but I took that thing so serious, like my life depended on it. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know God was preparing me. I finished my training, it was really good. They fed us well, there were no issues, like they didn't complain about anything. We went back home. I practiced, then after I gave birth I took a break. So when I took the break from it, we now, shortly after, it's when we moved to Nairobi. But a week before that I got 2 friends of Esther. She referred them to me so that I could do for them dresses. They had a wedding. I made the dresses from Machakos and parceled them. That was like on Thursday. I have a 3-month-old baby, 4 months. And this is my first work, but I needed the money, so I couldn't say no. So I did, and I wasn't sure about my skills either, if they'll fit. So I did the 2 dresses, and by Saturday morning, they were back to Nairobi. I parceled, and they wore, and it fitted them. And a week later, we moved to Nairobi. And they brought me another work for their worship team for around 20 people. That is how I started Rodah.
That's how she started.
And now, she's the one who made these outfits they are having.
Yes.
I didn't even put my best outfit.
Hey, why?
Today we are very casual. We are humble.
Today we are very humble.
Send me photos.
Yeah, send me
I know you
photos.
do have.
No, she's
Yes,
good.
we
She's
have.
amazing. She's amazing.
So you do it from home?
Yeah, I work from the house.
With the way you desired, with your children,
Yes.
at your pace?
Yes. With no stress. With no anybody shouting on top of my head. I work.
And she has very serious clients. Actually, we're coming from the embassy of Congo right
I was
now.
dropping some
She was
clothes.
dropping some outfits.
Even me, I will
there.
be a client. I need uniform for me and my
Your
son.
sister has been my client, Flora.
Which dress? Which
Flora, I
color?
made
know.
for her a couple of them.
Serious?
She was one of my initial clients. They just didn't
Flora.
know.
We're supposed to connect each other.
And Flora was connected to me by Esther because they know each
Ah,
other. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's how it just kicked.
Yeah.
I just do it. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know I wouldn't know what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
God is important. I would pray and say, God, I don't know how to cut this
one.
Help me. Because if this money goes off my hands, it will be hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And God will help me.
Wow.
There are days I've worked and I felt, I'm feeling like I'm surrounded by angels and it's like I'm being carried by one because I'm so exhausted, but I need to finish an order.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's not even me doing the work. And I'll do it and finish and I'm like, I wasn't alone here. There were people in this room.
Yes.
I wasn't alone.
Angels were here.
Wow.
They were here. I wasn't alone. It's evident I couldn't have done this. No.
Wow.
On my own, I wouldn't have finished this. God is interested in our skills. He's interested in our businesses. He's interested in everything. So when we need help and we are working, we are like aligned in the paths we are supposed to go. He sends help to make sure his name is not mocked.
Yes.
Because I work for the kingdom of God.
Yeah.
So I cannot be the lying fashion designer.
By the way,
because I have
very bad
reputation.
Very bad
because
reputation.
I know I have a kingdom I am working for, and there's a way things happen in it. And also because I'm human, in the moments where I'm overwhelmed, I am in my area of assignment, God sends help. In the exact time that I need it, because there are days where you're like,
I can't make it.
I can't. What do I tell the client? What do I say? And God is like, Hapana, my name is on this one.
Yes.
Let's do it. Let me help you.
Hey. So you're the first. I will test it and tell you guys if she's the first honest designer.
She is.
Please test.
I have to test. Because out here
has happened.
So you'd never worry what you're going to wear?
Me?
Yeah, like the birds
Like I'm preaching. I'm preaching on Sunday, and I'm expecting to get an outfit for Sunday, and I'll have it. Yes.
Yeah, she knows this is my husband's height.
I have all the measurements.
Yeah,
just have to get it done.
You're based in Ngong.
Yes, in Ngong.
So guys, if you need outfits,
but we can always meet anywhere. We can always.
Yes, from wherever they are, you can ship them to the UK, to Germany.
She's actually
friend.
No, but I've made for the
she's
States.
made for the States. A pastor there and his wife.
Oh, nice. Are you on social media?
Yes, I am.
Because I also need to go and stalk you.
Please stalk.
And order something for me and my son. I'm saying this so that my daughter and husband feel bad. But they won't.
But remember, Rodah's husband and daughter, you don't need to do a matchy-matchy.
Yes.
You can always do something really nice and cool.
It's a small patch of the fabric.
Yeah, it doesn't have to look bad.
Like really.
Why do we always have to go their way?
Because we want peace. We are peacemakers.
Oh yeah, that's very important.
We're peacemakers.
Yes, we'll do that, guys. We'll have her social media handles here. Let's go stalk her, follow her, and support her as well. We need to look good.
Yes, for Jesus.
For Jesus. Thank you so much. And that was actually birthed because of all this.
It is God's process of restoration. Rodah, I would have never thought I would be here. In this short time, it's only been like 2 years and a half. I wouldn't think I would have been here.
Yeah.
Sometimes I dress people, I need to pinch myself and say, that was me, I dressed that person.
Ooh.
How did I even reach here? Sometimes I don't know how I reached there.
Wow.
I don't know. God has a way of sorting us out.
Yeah.
God has just a way of taking care of us. He doesn't abandon us.
And he has something for everyone.
For everybody. Every single
And most
person.
of the time you already have it.
You don't have to be the person who's on the pulpit for you to experience God.
Yes.
And I think, honestly, maybe something to mention.
Yeah.
Most of the times, parents don't want us to pursue our dreams. I remember for her, she had already wanted to go to a fashion school.
Yeah.
But the mom was like, no, go do a particular course first, you know. But now, later on,
she was scared about those tailors by the roadside, you know.
Exactly.
What dream is this?
Exactly. So I
my
feel
firstborn.
My firstborn, kind of a dream.
Yeah, so parents should if your child says this is what I want to pursue, let them pursue. They want to do music, let them do music.
Pay for them, let them go.
Yeah. Just reminded me, my daughter has been crying for a keyboard. So we are like,
get her
you know,
the keyboard.
there's a season where children want everything.
Yeah.
So you thought she's not yet
There's a time she was making scarves, then after a year she's done. Then, so this keyboard thing, we've just been taking it lightly. Then I go to school and she's the one playing the keyboard for the school choir.
Wow.
I'm like, oh.
She
You're
needs
even
a keyboard.
Oh,
She actually needs a keyboard.
This is serious.
Yeah.
This is serious. So I hear you on that.
Yeah.
I think because of our generation, we can do better.
Yeah, we can.
Because they did the best they knew.
Yes.
You know,
They
back
knew
then,
you need to be a teacher.
Yes.
What else?
A
Pilot, doctor, lawyer,
those
engineer.
official stuff,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
this
So
artistic.
what's the probability of how so many giftings that have been lost in this world because parents want to impose.
Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like parents go easy with your kids. Let
right
them
now, my mom just calls. I need a dress tomorrow. Can you make for me a dress? I'm like, yes.
Ooh.
And she's so proud. She wears it so proudly.
And tells everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
I know.
Even my dad will always call, but my family has supported. My sisters will pay me with my bad job.
Oh.
Just to motivate me.
Before you got
here. They will pay me. And just you've done a good job. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You're good ones.
So,
wow, thank you. May the Lord keep restoring you.
Amen.
May you keep seeing more of Him.
Amen.
What's the name of the business?
Mave Classics.
Mave. M-A-V-E Classics. Okay. May He also continue using you, Pastor.
Amen.
We've done this together.
Yeah, because when your husband or spouse doesn't support what you do,
can't do anything. It's stressful.
That's true.
Imagine if he laughed at you or
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, that's
you wouldn't be
but right now he will sit there ironing the clothes I'm supposed to deliver. Sometimes he will go do the deliveries for me. He will help me like with maybe removing threads and stuff. We do it together.
Tell him thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate you.
Wow, thank you so much. This has been a very needed I just wish we had episodes to talk about part 1, part 2, because we can never talk. And what would you tell a man whose wife is expecting? For a new dad.
Be there for your wife because it's not easy. For us who made mistakes, to some extent we regret because we also caused a lot of hurt to our spouses because we kind of feel like she's extra, she's moody, she's this and that. But you need to understand that all these changes are coming because you planted something in her. It's your fault. So please, we've been told, guys, if you have to lie, she looks good, please do that. But especially just be there for you. That's the most vulnerable time the woman is in. So give as much support as you can.
And what would you tell first time mothers? Actually, fathers as well.
Fathers. So for the fathers, is this woman you've married doesn't have ill motives towards you. So there's no way somebody you love will just want to cause your life to be hard. It's so new to have somebody growing inside you. You don't even know what's happening because it's no longer just you. We don't refuse. You people also, you say you carry the seeds in your body forever. We don't refuse. But yours doesn't grow it, like it becomes big in you. So for us, we are taking the seed from you. You remember you're already used to carrying the seed. We are not. So we are carrying this baby who's growing in us. It's changing a lot in us. And those emotions are so real. The confusion is so real. It's not pretending, it's not pretense, it's so real. So love her and be nice, be kind, try to understand even on the days you feel like she's so extra, just be there and help around. She doesn't mean any, imagine after she's given birth, she remembers all those things and that's how she will treat you accordingly. You remember according to how you treated her. So
to be served in the same
measure. In fact, it comes double. So if you are mean and you are not nice, and she's given birth, the bitterness is within her. And when she's being rude to you, it's those things. So don't say my wife has changed and you were rude, you were mean when she was pregnant. When you are nice and you are kind and you are trying to understand, the same way, even more, she will be that to you. Because it's the most vulnerable situation to be in. And remember, if you are so sick and somebody was always there helping you, how you would feel when now you are able to take care of them, you'll give it your all. So just be there and carry each other through the season. Don't leave loopholes for the enemy.
Wow.
It's not worth
and it is possible to go through that. First time parents, there's a grace for the season. It is possible to go through that together and come out strong.
You don't have to break up and part ways.
And newlyweds or those planning to get married, men especially?
Marriage is not a bed of roses. Don't think that you're going to go there and have sex every other day and sleep on roses and all that.
Yeah.
Marriage is work. You must put in work from day one. You know, if you want your marriage to thrive and you want to survive the storms of marriage, you have to be willing to put in the work. You have to be willing to forgive and be gracious and know that you're not perfect and no one is perfect.
Yeah.
But all in all, let's put God, let God be at the center of the marriage. I think marriage is not about two people. Marriage is about three personalities. You, your spouse, and God. If God is out of the picture, becomes difficult. That's why.
Yeah, there's someone who said we don't have sex every day in marriage, but if you can, please
have.
No, if you have if you have the stamina,
Please go.
Please do.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's important.
Please do. What do you tell a lady who is planning for her wedding and looking forward to get to the cage?
to enter into the cage.
I almost became sarcastic in a bad way. Let me hold it. So I will say, as long as you are sure about God's presence there and He's agreed with you, there's nothing you cannot conquer.
Yeah,
That's true.
Totally nothing. And it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still get married even if you are 20, as long as God has said go ahead.
Wow.
And He will give you the grace. You don't have to be 50 to be wise to handle your home.
Yeah, you got married at 22. Look at you now. Hata umejaribu. She has tried.
Thank you. Makofi kwangu.
You know they say a woman's brain matures at 25.
She's really tried.
Yes, you don't need to be so old. You need God. God gives wisdom. He's the giver of wisdom and how you're supposed to handle. We are here. We've gone through the postpartum depression. We've gone through all those things. They are so heavy on you. But God carries us in every season.
Amen.
Do not ignore the voice of the Holy Spirit. For some days, He's literally saved me from fights because I chose to say His words than my words.
Wow.
There are days He will tell me, don't you dare say that. Say this one instead. And it has calmed the storm and situations. So you don't need to have read 50 books for you to be able to handle your marriage. Have God, have the Holy Spirit. Walk by what they tell you. I'm not saying don't read. Read if you want, but don't rely on those things so much. The Holy Spirit is a better person to advise on matters marriage. And you are enough. If you're doubting yourself, you are enough. Everything that you need is within you. Trust Him and walk on.
Amen.
Wow,
you have a very wise woman.
Very.
Hallelujah. Wow, thank you so much for coming. Thank you,
Rodah.
I have actually, I think part of this conversation was for me. So I am also feeling really refreshed by just knowing that young people are thriving in marriage. It's very important for the society to know that. So thank you. May God keep blessing you.
Amen.
Now you have the experience. Go to 7.
Amen.
Go to 10. Go.
30.
Yes, we are going.
What are we counting? I'm counting babies.
Oh, you're counting? Oh, I'm counting
No, we're not counting with you. Why would you pray for
7. Are you serious?
You are 7 in your family. That's why.
7 is too much.
But she went to 30.
May I say, see me, I was counting years.
Of marriage. Even those ones.
Okay, as the Lord leads, at this place where
you
we
are right
we know
now.
God can actually make you get pregnant even when you are in agreement or not in agreement, even when you've put measures in place.
Yes.
So the ones the Lord has kept for us, let Him bring them to us.
Amen.
Wow.
Umeangalia hivi. Well, thank you so much. God bless you. Hoping to see you again and again. And of course, me, I am yours this year.
Please come.
Coming to the home.
Let's dress this body with your son.
I'm sure we'll see your habit too.
Let's hope for your hubby as well.
Let's hope so. But thank you so much. Thank you for watching as well and for your support. What have you learned? Let us know. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to this show. See you on the next one. Bye.